You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the November 14th meeting of the Michigan City Human Rights Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
We are going to get started by having a roll call order. And let me get all the names here. So Jeremy Atwater. Present. Dennis Carroll.
Present.
Greg Coulter.
Present.
Bunny Demke.
Present.
Me. Jamie. And Jessica O'Brien.
Present.
All right, and I haven't forgotten two of you. Just for there, Tyra.
Present.
All right, and
Present.
two of you, all right. So we're missing Marty. We got Albertina, and no, she's missing as well. All right,
We do have a quorum.
so,
Excuse me, do we have agendas there?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're October.
Oh, never mind.
agendas.
Okay, we don't.
I don't know why. I mean, we could pass them out. We use it as a basic framework for,
No, thank you.
Well, I have copies to pass out.
yeah, we got a lot of copies.
Do you all have copies of October 3rd?
Not with me.
No. Thank you. So we still don't have obviously we don't have an executive director, and we don't have minutes, so we don't have minutes to approve from last month's meeting.
Okay.
But what I would like to do today is to cover the two main topics that we have.
Thank you.
We're gonna have election for officers next month,
Oh, thank you.
and Mary Ellen, would you like to speak about the officers?
I would. I tried, I don't know if everyone got the email that I sent out. And I talked to some people personally, but we really need to have some new or old, that are willing to serve for the new year. So, I know Diana, you did say that you would be willing to be the chair again.
I'm sorry,
I said you did indicate to me that you would be willing to be the chair again.
yes.
And that's very generous of you, but we would also like, if anyone else would like to serve on as the executive committee, we're gonna have to have a slate by next meeting. So, just
So
let
we
me
need a
know.
chair, a vice chair, a treasurer. We need 2 additional members to be on the executive committee, and we need 1 person appointed for social status. Currently, it's Pastor Carroll. So that's what we need for next month. So I would urge you to contact Mary Ellen and let her know if you're interested, so that we can have a slate and we can go ahead and have the election. Because our bylaws state we need to have the election by, in the December meeting.
Thank you, Larry.
So again, it's, I'm sorry, chair, vice chair, and 2 additional members.
And the treasurer,
That's me now.
2 additional members, and social status representative.
All right.
I have a question.
Bonnie?
Yes, Donnie.
Do we know when our terms end? I mean, does anyone know? Do you have that?
You'd have to go back and look through your records and
Right,
see
right.
the last time you received something as to when your term ended, because I don't know offhand when your term
Gail
ended.
normally will let us know, in reference to that. But, normally she will notify the actual executive director, and they will let us know if we, if we want to proceed to renew it or not. That's usually how it goes, but with the absence of an executive director, I do not know who steps in to obtain that information from Gail. Did I miss anything, Mary Ellen?
No, you know what though, if you look through your papers, the last paper we got with all of our information on it has our date of expiration, pardon me, that's, I don't like to use that word. Our term expires.
I do see that. That was back in May when we received that report, and it says Bunny 11/1/26.
Oh, you got
You
time.
still got a bunch of
Yeah,
years.
because that might make a difference.
Bunch of years
Yeah,
left.
okay.
But your time is up.
Okay, so let's get on to the, if I may, Mr. Chair, get on to the next issue.
Yes.
Okay, the executive committee, which was composed of Diana Gore, Mary Ellen Quinn, and Greg Coulter, met on October the 10th, 23rd, to try to come up with a new executive director to submit to the mayor. We talked to, I won't say interview, because we had interviewed these people before, and 2 of the 3 that we interviewed before came in to be interviewed. One person was not interested. Ms. Gore attempted to contact them multiple times, and they did not reply. Is that correct, Ms. Gore?
Yes.
Okay, so we did have 2 of the previous applicants showed up, and we were very impressed. The committee is recommending by unanimous vote that we select the same person that we selected the last time around, and that person was not accepted by the current mayor. But we were very impressed with that person again. I won't mention the name, but I do have her, I'm supposed to say her.
Right.
I do have that person's resume, so if you wish to see it, I'm happy to let you see it. Another thing that we discussed at the committee meeting was, because we were so close to having a potentially new mayor, that we may wish to just delay any decision and wait until we had a clear view as to who was going to be a mayor. And now we know we're going to have a new mayor. So, the committee's recommendation was the same person, but we're going to leave it up to the full board to whether they wish to present that person to the mayor again, the current mayor, or whether they would wish to just hold that decision until the new mayor comes on. Is that clear? Am I making myself clear?
I
Yes.
have a question. So the candidate, are they aware of the situation and are they okay with waiting until after the first of the year? Like, is their time frame?
The candidates were aware of the situation in general. I reviewed with them the fact that, this was back in October, that we could have a new mayor, and the individuals, one of the individuals currently had a job, and I would, feel bad about leaving their current job, and then if the new mayor came in and wanted to appoint somebody else, but they were aware of that situation and voiced no concern.
And they would
over
still
it.
be interested in the position if we waited until January?
Well, again, can't say for certain. I mean, that's asking a lot for somebody to wait for two more months.
Yeah.
They were ready to go as of October. They were ready
Yes.
to go. At the time, I think we felt that it was best to proceed, and we didn't know how the election was going to turn out, so it was best to proceed and then just see what happens. But now that we've had the election, now that we know for certain that there's going to be a new mayor, I don't know. I don't know, and so that's why it's going to be up to you guys anyway to decide what to do. But we were very happy with the candidate, and even if the current mayor would not appoint this candidate again, because he didn't appoint her last time, then we're back to square one. We have to meet again, we have to submit another name to the mayor, and that's not going to get done this year. So we will have a new mayor, and I'm presuming that the committee will just submit the same name to the new mayor and see what happens. Bunny, you have a question?
Now I kind of, you might have answered it. Is there any, I don't want to say legal, but is there any way to find out if the current mayor would accept? I mean, is there any proper way to do that? Do you know what I'm saying? That accept the name?
Well,
And I realize the new mayor may have a different opinion, but
The problem would be that if the person that we interviewed accepts the position and the incoming mayor lets her go 2
Right,
weeks later,
yeah.
that would be the problem.
I would say it's probably best to wait until, instead of having a person accept the position and then
No, okay.
for us to potentially have to go through this process again anyways.
I would also agree with that, to ask the outgoing mayor now, when he already turned it down the first time. We'd have to go through the process anyway. I think, in my opinion, it would be January.
No, and to answer your question, buddy, no, we don't know
I
what
didn't
this
know.
mayor will do, and
Yes.
we don't know, there's no way to determine what this mayor will do. No, there's no legal way to, you can't,
Yeah, I realize.
so there's no way to determine. I mean, it's possible that he would approve of this person, because theoretically, maybe he knows he's gone in a month and he wouldn't care, and then theoretically, the new mayor would be happy with the selection.
We just don't know.
And we think it's a wonderful candidate, an excellent candidate, and the candidate was aware that there was a
Right,
possible
and the
change.
candidate is currently employed.
It's currently
Okay, well,
employed.
that's good. Yes.
Currently employed.
All right.
So, it's no, presumably it's no harm to the applicant to wait another month or two. And then we could decide,
And we could,
we could decide again in December.
as a courtesy to any other applicants who are still interested, we can also let them know that no decision will be made until.
Yeah, depending on what we do here today, I would suggest that Diana, that you contact the two people that we talked to and just advise them as to what happened here
Yes.
today.
That would
As to whatever.
off until the new mayor is installed.
I'll make a motion to table this until January.
I second that.
Okay, so Mr. Coulter made a motion, second by Pastor Carroll, to table the appointment or send a new name to the current mayor and wait until the new mayor takes office and then submit the name. Is that correctly state the motion?
You blew it out of the water, perfect.
After the new mayor's,
Takes office, correct. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, unanimous. Okay, well, since we got some time, another issue that we don't have to do until December, but we could do it now, and since we have a quorum, is my retainer agreement. Tanisha has prepared my agreement to represent the commission. It is the same as it's been for many, many years. And same terms, $500 per month, $125 if any additional legal work is necessary, which would be like something like a public hearing, which we obviously haven't had for a lot of years. So I throw this out to you that I can leave the room if you would like, and you guys can discuss it. But if there are no questions, we could either have a motion to accept the retainer agreement or the Richard, please.
I'll make the motion to accept the retainer.
I will second.
agreement.
Yeah, Tyra, Jessica, everybody.
I think we all second.
We all love you there.
So Bonnie made a motion, and who made the second?
Jessica.
Everybody.
Jessica?
Everybody.
That's off to Larry.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No names, no discussion, no job there.
So we'll get you to sign, and I'll sign, and we'll send it to Tanisha. Okay, that's the only thing that we have to do. I'll turn it back over to you, Ms. Gore, and you can do the
all right.
committee reports, financial report.
So we've taken care of that. My question to all of you is, what are our plans for the next year? Do we have any? Are we thinking about them?
So one of the ideas was working with Dominique and the Black History Month committee for that farmers video. So she's got funding for that. She's just kind of looking for funding to make that more of an event, either with a visit from the author online or doing a panel with other local Black farmers. And then they would need an honorarium. It would be nice to give them an honorarium.
Black, what?
Farmers. So the video that
I wasn't here last month.
Oh, goodness, okay. Yeah, so Dominique contacted the commission about getting some money for the film rights to Rhythm of the Land, which is a movie about Black farmers. The Black History Month committee is gonna sponsor the film license. So now she's just gonna looking for something to round out that event.
And that would be done in Black History Month.
February, yeah, correct.
Where?
Good question. She was talking to me about the library, but if the Black History Month committee is doing the movie nights again, it'd be cool to have that at the theater.
The theater would be
Yeah.
great.
So I'm not sure.
Okay.
Anything additional? All in favor of Greg's plans, suggestion?
Is there a dollar amount that she's asking for?
I think we're limited to 200, so
Yeah, I was
that's,
supposed to go limited to 200,
Yeah.
and do we need to do anything with finance committee on that? Or can we,
I talked to Tanisha and she said there's been no movement in the account since Diane left. So the balance on August 1st, which was $5,419.95, is still the same as far as she knows. The scholarships have been taken out. I am perfectly willing to do a sip and paint fundraiser to raise the 200 outside of this if we want.
that'd be fun.
We need to do fundraisers.
When is it needed? When is the money needed?
February. I don't think there's a date yet.
Would the 200 go towards the author or the animals?
I'm
finding a way, maybe it should be.
Yeah, she wanted to be here so that she could answer some of these questions, but she's home with COVID right now. But the options that we're kind of looking at is either money towards the $1,200 to get the author to join on Skype. If you keep saying author.
I thought you said author.
It's a movie. It's definitely a filmmaker. Okay. So anyways, the filmmaker to join via Skype for $1,200, which would get work from other people too. Otherwise, getting that panel is maybe a bit more of a thing, or like supporting with food or something that makes it a bit more of an event.
Well, if it's just $200 she wants, and we have $5,000 in our treasury, I can't see why we don't vote on that today.
Well, yeah, the only thing is by our regulations, it's supposed to go to the finance committee.
Okay, I
So that's
forgot.
why I asked when it was needed, so we would have enough time. So Bunny, are you the chair of the finance?
I'm the treasurer, I guess I'm the
I'm assuming
chair.
you
And I
are.
forget who else.
So we've made the request to you, so let's have the finance committee as the request.
Okay.
If you would like additional information, you can talk to Greg, and then we'll have a motion at next month's meeting, which is December,
Okay.
and that gives us plenty of time to get it done and have it.
You know, I'm looking at the sheet of the subcommittees and I don't see the finance committee on here.
You might be the whole finance committee.
We'll assume that you're the chair of the finance committee, so,
So I would just check with the vice chair and the chair?
Yep.
Okay,
I said yes already.
okay, all
I
right.
have my answer.
let me see where the,
So are we taking a vote on that?
no, we're gonna do it
Don't
next
have
month.
to.
We'll do it next month.
Yeah, ask for
The
the
next one. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it on here either. That's a mistake. Okay, so Bonnie, you'll review that. If you need additional information, you'll contact Greg. And then with the committee, make a recommendation to the full board as to whether or not to approve it.
Alright,
and we'll do that next month. Okay? And so it's important to be here next month because we'll have the election of officers and we'll have this too. Just put in my promotion to have, make sure we have a quorum. Okay, Diana, I'll let you proceed.
Are you turning it over to me?
You can take it over. You're so fun.
Are there other issues that we would like to discuss? Everyone's looking like what? Okay. Well, I don't know if this is proper or not, Larry, you have to tell me. But I think one of the things we need to start thinking about would be other, I don't want to use the word activities, but other things that we as a board of commissions would be engaged in dealing with. We tend to get stuck, at least since I've been on, with the same issues all the time. Is there anything else that we could be working with? So I would like for us to think about that and maybe bring something back at our next meeting. Larry, am I inappropriate with that?
No, I mean, that's fine. I normally would say send it to a committee and let the committee try to come up with something, but it's fine to do it this way.
Well, I think that's a great idea. However, I think if we all discussed it, all thought about it, and then brought it to the table and had a committee to take it from there. But, yes, Glenn?
could you send a directive to each committee and ask them to come next month with a new idea for something within the bounds of their committee and the
Yes.
Human Rights Commission?
Yes. What do you think? What are some of your suggestions to something like that?
I would definitely like to think about it and come back next.
Okay?
Yes, yeah, I agree, some of the things seem a little stale, we've done the same thing, so, you know, we can have
Yeah.
the same interest behind the events, but
Yep.
Okay, all right. I can't think of anything else right now.
Anyone else have anything to, any committee reports or anything else at all whatsoever?
I don't have a committee report, but when we get to new business, I do have something that I would like to share. Okay, are we there yet?
well, I don't have, this is disability awareness. I don't have a report, but I just want to say that I have been in contact with Mercedes, who's the other member, and we have just not been able to connect in person with each other, but we are working in our heads on an idea, which would involve the whole commission.
Good.
Hopefully for, I think, March is Disability Awareness Month.
Yeah. Remember when we used to do that? Oh, yeah.
Mary Ellen? you're-
I would just like to say that I was shopping at my local Walgreens, 2 of them actually, and the employees now are wearing a t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirts that are very indicative of diversity. So I commented to those behind the register, and I want to give a shout out to corporate Walgreens in the northern part of, the northern suburbs of Chicago, that they're really above and beyond, and it was just heartwarming to see that. And they were all very proud to be wearing this t-shirt that was so positive of diversity and equality. So thank you, Walgreens.
Was that for a particular,
It's just part of their uniforms
just
now.
part of their, oh,
And
that's
you
good.
said northern Chicago.
That's where the corporate is, headquarters of
But
Walgreens.
it was at our local.
It was here, yeah, yeah.
So I can go look.
Absolutely, they're brown and they have a, you'll see, but it was just very,
Good.
and I just couldn't believe it, and I was just thrilled to see that, having been a member of this commission for many years.
We used to have our own t-shirt, we had our t-shirts.
I know, I still have one at home,
I
but
still
I don't
have,
look
I
at
still
it.
have different varieties at home too.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That would be
So,
a fun fundraiser for us to make our own shirts and raise money.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, that's a possibility. So, something to think about.
With the Michigan Stay Strong thing to it,
Mhm.
the diversity.
Any other
It's
suggestions?
a very good idea.
Nothing right now.
Nothing right now.
Well,
Anything
nothing
else?
else.
My nerves.
Old business?
Going into it.
When is the next meeting? I don't have a calendar. When is the
December 5th.
first Tuesday?
December 5th.
December.
December 5th?
December the 5th.
Hopefully there's no conflicts for that. Next meeting, December 5th. Okay. I think we got you guys out of here at 5. We're good to go.
I make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
Tyra?
Already did it. I made a motion to adjourn.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay.
And don't forget about serving as officers for next year.
And so don't forget about next month. We'll
Right.
vote on that and we'll vote on the fundraiser, or the request for funds.
Okay.